We do have some dignitaries and guests that we'd like to recognize. Some of our elected officials that are here present with us today. Representative Rick Edmonds, Representative Major Tebow, Police Juryman Edward Basile, Senator Rick Ward is here, Parish President Cornell Dukes, Sheriff Bud Torres, Mayor Pro Tem Anthony Daisy, and also joining us tonight is the wife of Congressman Garrett Graves, Carissa Graves, who I might add is a two-time Americorps alum. She knows what it means to serve. She knows what it means to wear the A. It is a pleasure and an honor to be around so many Americorps members who are making a difference in communities throughout flood-ravaged Louisiana. We thank you for your service, for the amazing job that you've done. We know the Americorps motto is getting things done, and that's exactly what you have been doing and will do for the next 30 to 60 to perhaps 90 days, so thank you. Speaking of getting things done, this could not have been pulled off with a tremendous amount of cooperation, collaboration, and communication. And nobody has been better and more of a go-to person than the Mayor of New Roads, Mayor Robert Meyer.
Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to keep this short, but we have to recognize Ms. Donna Evans. Please stand up, the Governor's wife, First Lady of Louisiana. Thanks for being here. And my wife, First Lady of New Roads, Terry Meyer. Thanks for being here. All right, guys, so look, on behalf of all the citizens of New Roads and Pointe Coupee Parish, I welcome you here. Jen Murphy, Program Officer of Disaster Services Operations with Americorps. Thanks for choosing to be here, 700 strong in the state of Louisiana, helping us all out. I appreciate that. We appreciate FEMA being a part of this group. And we're very, very excited that right here in New Roads, 200 of you have decided to make New Roads your home. All of you from New Roads, y'all stand up and say, hey. All of you, not from New Roads, that y'all stand in New Roads right now. Okay. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. We're going to feed 600 people tonight. And if you didn't notice, you know, I know MT Music Awards was on and all they had all the red carpet treatment. But there's no better red carpet treatment than you people who came here helping the state of Louisiana. So thank y'all. Give yourselves a hand one more time. We could not do this without so many sponsors, and I want to say the past Louisiana King and Queen of Seafood, Chefs Cody and Sam Carroll. Cody and Sam. They started off right here in New Roads at a restaurant called Hot Tails, so y'all go visit that before you leave. David Chauvin Seafood helped us out. Hot Tails Restaurant, Lita Miter, Reinhardt Foods, the Besh Foundation, P&J Oysters, Baton Rouge Coca-Cola, Sam's Club, the Sheriff's Office, our Emergency 911 folks in Parish, the city workers. Thank y'all so much for everything that y'all did to make this a special occasion. So I'm going to get out of the way. Welcome again to our great town of New Roads. Okay. And before we get started, y'all, I'm going to ask Councilwoman Bernadine Sancerre to offer grace for our evening.
Bow your hands, please. Father, as always, we come before you with humble hearts. We come before you in thanksgiving, oh God, blessing you for all your wondrous blessings, for your hands of mercy on our city, on our state, on our community. We thank you, oh God, for a governor who has a compassionate heart to be concerned for his citizens, one who led us in prayer and made sure, oh God, that we got all of the assistance we need. from the national level. We thank you, God, for a mayor of compassion, one who looked beyond the corporate limits of the city of New Roads to find ways to help other folks who were directly affected by this disaster. We thank you for our sheriff and all other elected officials who put in such a helping hand. And we thank the Lieutenant Governor, oh God, for his tireless work in assisting our governor as well as the citizens of New Roads. And God, we thank you for Americorps with a hand-on touch. Angels that you send into our community to help our citizens get back in their home. We know, oh God, that you will guide every work. And again, God, we thank you for your wondrous work. We thank you for the food we're about to receive. May it bless our bodies that we'll be able to do more great work for you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
We all know that you, the Americorps members, are the stars of the shows tonight, our most important guests, but we do have quite a VIP list to give you a welcome and thanks today, even though you are the stars of the show. First person I'd like to welcome to the stage, who just made it in right on time. We're honored to have Wendy Spencer, the CEO of the Corporation for National Community Service. Nobody understands disaster management better and the role of national service in making a difference in people's lives. Wendy?
Judge. All right, so for you Americorps members, let me just tell you what I represent to you real quick. Your modest living stipend and your college scholarship. Okay, I can just do that for you. I'll do one thing. I'm so honored to be here. And I'm going to tell you what your A represents. Now, I know your A you think represents Americorps and Americorps NCCC. And it will always mean that. But for the time that you're in Louisiana, your A is going to represent something else. And I want you to remember this for every day, every hour you spend in this beautiful state. Your A represents three things: hope, promise, and joy. The hope that you're giving these residents, that help is not only on the way, it's here. You're here. You arrived. You are here and you're giving these residents hope that there is going to be a recovery and it's going to be swift. Promise. Promise, Governor and Lieutenant Governor and Ms. Graves and other elected officials here, Mayor, Councilwoman, thank you for that prayer. Promise that we are going to be here. Now, it might not be every one of these Americorps members, but it's going to be the A. It's going to be here. Long after the cameras have gone, long after other disasters have happened around the country, long after other communities have forgotten about Louisiana, we're not going to forget. We're going to stay here with you until you are not only rebuilt, recovered, but even better than before. That's our promise. That is our promise. And the last one is joy. Everywhere you go, you bring joy to these fine Louisiana residents, to these businessmen and women, to these members of clergy, to these elected officials. You bring joy to their hearts. And I know this because I've been reaching out to many leaders over the last several days and telling them about your arrival and the service that you're doing. And they gave me back joy. They said, Wendy, we are so grateful that you are here. We are so grateful for the Americorps members. We're grateful for the Senior Corps volunteers. We're grateful for the work, the service they're going to do. And you already are bringing joy. So Governor, Lieutenant Governor, that's our promise to you. We're going to bring joy. We're going to bring hope. And we're going to stay here until the job is done. Thank you so much for welcoming us. Americorps members, wear your A with pride and say it with me. Repeat after me. You're going to bring hope, promise, and joy. Hope, promise, and joy. Thank you so much for your commitment. Thank you so much for traveling far and wide. And I can't wait to report back to President Obama all that you're doing. And he thanks you. I bring thanks on behalf of him. All that you're doing, I can't hardly wait to get back to Washington to tell them that I saw these beautiful faces and I see the reports of everything you're doing. God bless every one of you, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Wendy. I mentioned that nobody knows the role and understands the role of national service and disasters better than Wendy does. Nobody understands the impact of disasters on Louisiana and the role that communities and volunteers and national service plays in the rebuilding effort here in the Bayou State than our Lieutenant Governor, my boss, the hardest working man in Louisiana politics, Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser.
Thank you. It is my honor to be here tonight. You see, I rode out Katrina 14 miles from the eye, and in the loft of my barn, 100 of you Americorps volunteers stayed to help rebuild Plaquemines Parish. So I know you show up here in Louisiana after every disaster, and you're right, they stay to the end. So for that, I thank you. Now I want to apologize for it being a little hot in here tonight. We thought about air conditioning the place, but I know a lot of y'all are from up north, and we had to set the mood for the mutton and gut into the homes, so we didn't want to spoil you. I want to thank the mayor, all the volunteers tonight, the chefs, everyone that made tonight possible, but you, the volunteers. As you just heard, it's not just the work you do, but it's the joy in those people that lost everything to see you giving up your life, coming down here to rebuild our great state. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. I would like to thank the governor and the first lady. From day one of this disaster spread across 20+ parishes, they have worked tirelessly, and he's allowed me to work side by side with him as a team, much like y'all are a team. And it's with great honor, and I am so proud to introduce my friend, the governor of the great state of Louisiana, John Bel Edwards.
Thank you, Billy. I wish all of you could see you from up here. It really is a beautiful sight. On behalf of all the people of the state of Louisiana, and certainly from the very bottom of my heart, thank you for being here. Your presence is doing more to lift the morale of people in Louisiana than you can ever imagine. And I know that your hard work is going to pay dividends for a long time to come. And I want you to know the people of Louisiana are grateful for your service. They are good people. Many of them, their lives are upside down right now, but you're going to help them turn them right side up again. And I want you to remember this. While this was historic, unprecedented flooding from a storm that had no name, every victim of this storm has a name. They are our brothers and our sisters and our aunts and our uncles and our grandmothers. They are people who just need a helping hand, and that's why you're here to lend that helping hand to them. And I want to thank you. I want to thank Judge Johnson for being the coordinator of volunteers. I want to thank my partner. I want to thank my partner, Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, who just spoke to you, who's working so hard for the people of Louisiana. And he really is my partner. He's been with me since the beginning. I want to thank my wife, the First Lady Donna, who's been with me now for 35 years. And I've seen her work in our communities around the state of Louisiana and in the shelters. Look, what you're going to do is more important than maybe you even imagine. The central piece to getting people back into their homes is a program we're calling Shelter at Home. It's only available to homeowners if $15,000 or less will make their home safe, secure, and habitable. And all of the work that you do will move those homeowners in that direction so that when the inspectors get there, they will be able to say, yes, for $15,000, we can deliver a home to this homeowner that is going to be safe, secure, and habitable. That's the number one goal that we have, is to get people back in their homes, because people want to go home. They want their children to go to their schools. They want to live in their community next to their neighbors. They want to go to their churches. They want to go to their work. And so getting them home is so important, and that's what you're going to be doing, is allowing these people who've been devastated by this storm to live at home. So God bless you. Thank you so very much for what you're doing. And look, we have a lot of public servants, elected officials here tonight from the parish. We've got the mayor of New Roads. We've got the sheriff, Bud Torres is here. I see we've got Senator Rick Ward, Representative Rick Edmonds, and Representative Major Tebow. It really does take all of us working together. But I want you to know, we could not do it without you. We could not do it without volunteers. And over the next several weeks, you're going to experience a lot of heat and humidity in Louisiana. I'm going to ask you to drink a lot of water and be careful. But you're going to meet a lot of wonderful, generous, hardworking people who need your help. And so, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you and God bless you. Good night.
I am representing Americorps, and we are a community involvement program for youth and mentor development. We've been invited to a dinner by the Lieutenant Governor and the Americorps, and so we came to get some good food and listen to good music. We'll be doing a combination of things. We'll be working with volunteer partners with the Red Cross and the Salvation Army. We'll also be going into survivors' homes and helping them take care of their personal belongings and help them through the recovery process. We have a very diverse demographic. People are from all over the country. We have teams represented from Texas, Arizona, the NCCC, Washington State, Montana.
All right, we're here in New Year's at this great event. We were invited by governors and senators as a welcoming as Americorps comes down to help in the Louisiana flood disaster response. Well, Americorps, we're taking care of everything from mucking and gutting homes to partnering with different organizations such as the American Red Cross, working in distribution centers. Personally, my team, Falcon 2, worked with the FEMA Corps and call centers, taking calls from people who still need assistance, people who haven't been able to contact anyone yet, and we're just trying to reach out to them. Great community, where they're keeping us. Everybody is very, very welcoming. And we feel like we're only been here a couple days, but we feel like we're a part of the community, and we feel like the work that we're doing here, it matters, and it's actually helping people.
My name is Martha. I am an Americorps member. We have two groups. We have traditional and FEMA Corps. My group is individual FEMA Corps, and FEMA Corps right now we're out in Louisiana, Baton Rouge. Right now we're helping with individual assistance, meaning we help with one-on-one, working with the crowd. We help making sure that as soon as DSA teams works with them in the field, they send them to us. And as far as us helping them one-on-one, we take them through the procedure of registration, making sure they get registered. And if they're not registered, we walk them through that purpose online or telephone. So far, I've worked with a lot of people, with a lot of survivors and applicants, and it's been a lot of touching where, like, I never had to deal with so many people in this situation, so me coming here was a great experience for me, as well as some of my team members that can speak for that they wanted to help people, and we for sure got that from here.
So we're currently in New Roads. We just got here a couple days ago. We're working with FEMA, Washington Conservation Corps, and other Americorps programs to help victims of the disaster by mucking and gutting their homes, providing mold remediation, working at call centers, anything they need really. So the best skills we can ask for are compassion, adaptability, and just a really good work ethic. So we're not sure exactly how long we're going to be here yet. It kind of depends on the need as well as how many other people come in. Our program lasts for 10 months and we're in our last round, so technically it would be over in October. That could be extended depending on the need. The New Roads community is really great. Everyone I talk to is so welcoming and loving and open, and we've had such a good reception. We're really happy to be here. I mean, we love doing this kind of work because the need is so immediate and it's so real that it's the best gift we